So what I'm doing today is taking out my little wild berry tomato. It's a great tomato plant and it's growing like absolutely crazy, as you can see. It grows these tiny little berry tomatoes that you can see here. Now they're really sweet, extremely tasty, but the problem is it's a lot of work and a lot of electricity as well to grow this tomato plant when all you're doing is getting a few grams of tomatoes. You can see each tomato's pretty tiny, and at that size you've got to pick a lot of tomatoes and pollinate a lot of flowers before you really get anything substantial. So it's time to pull out these little wild berry tomatoes, make some room in the grow tent. In here I've got some seedlings going. One of them's a brown berry, and that brown berry is going to do really well. It's going to produce some nice big 10-gram berries. You can see it's the same species as this one here. Produces really, really delicious black tomatoes, and it's probably going to be more worth my while. So I've just pulled out the wild cherry tomatoes. So you can see it is loaded with these little cherry tomatoes. They're tiny, 1 gram each. Have a look at that root system. That is phenomenal. Now that is just 3 months of growth, and those roots are white, they're fresh. I've really highly oxygenated the water. I've had 2 air stones in there, plenty of air going through there, and you can see that just getting it separated from the other vines is close to impossible. There's just so much foliage here. It is grown, I'd estimate, 4 or 5 meters in the longest strands, produced prolific amounts of these wild cherry tomatoes.